Peace Fit fam, I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a quick bit about body measurements. These are very important and we need to make sure that we are doing them correctly each and every time so that we're able to track our progress most appropriate and sound way. We all know too well sometimes that scale doesn't like to move, but we know that we're seeing some change in that mirror, and that's all right. That's why we use these instead of just the scale, so that we have that other tangible information to use in order to make sure that we track our progress, to stay physically and mentally, emotionally inspired, right? Because when you see progress, of course, the odds are you're gonna wanna continue. So I'm here to show you guys how to properly do your body measurements, okay? So there's two different types, well, there's several different types of ways that you could do this with different types of tape measures. Okay, I have some here. I'm gonna use this one because I like how it retracts and it holds its shape. I will advise for you guys to step in front of a mirror so that you're able to see the numbers and make sure that your placement is very even when you're doing these measurements, that the tape measure isn't off or anything like that, so that we can be sound and that we can be accurate every single time. Okay, so we have several spots. I'll start from the top of the head and go on down. We're going to start with our neck first. I do like to look at everything in centimeters. Okay, so I'll go ahead and take it to where the centimeters are on the side that's out, and I'm going to put it right around my neck. All right, and I'm just going to slightly tug, nothing too tight. There's no skin overlap onto the tape measure or anything like that. I'm going to use that mirror to check on and see what that number is, okay? And then I'm going to write that number down. From the neck, we're going to go into the chest, okay? And that chest, you're going to make sure that you have that tape measure flat against your chest, okay? You're going to come around underneath the armpits, and then it's going to sit, for women, right over our nipple lines. For men, you're going to be right at your nipple line, okay? So again, for women, you're going to be right above that nipple line, okay? And for the men, you're going to be right over the nipple line, okay? Take a deep breath in and let that out. And then from there, you're going to take that number and write it down, okay? From there, we're going to slide down to our waist, all right? For our waist, we are at, and feel free to pause me if I'm moving too fast. Of course, that's what the pause button's there for. So you go ahead and get those. For the waist, we're looking at about 2 inches above the belly button, okay? We're going to put that tape measure around nice and even. Again, stay in that mirror so you can see that the tape measure is even. Deep breath in. And then when you let it out, relax everything. Again, it's just a slight tug, nothing too crazy. And then write that number down, all right? Now, we also have a belly button area, okay? Some people like to do right over the belly button because some of us find that that's where our most problematic area is. And if you want to do that, totally fine. Or if you're finding that your problematic area is a little bit below the belly button, that's fine too. Just make sure that you have a landmark that's going to show you exactly where you need to go in each and every time, okay? So if you're looking for that belly button or right below that belly button, you can totally do that one as well. This measurement is not a part of my online app body measurement statistics. You can simply create your own tab by using the shoulder or the ankle, or excuse me, the calf tab, and that will be completely fine. That's for you to have, okay? Next one we have are our hips. On our hips, we want to make sure that our feet are together, okay? Knees and feet are together. We're going to take this tape measure around the widest part of our glutes, okay? The widest part of our hips. Remember to stay in that mirror. Make sure you're getting that widest part. I might be a little bit high. That's because I'm not in the mirror. I'm in front of you guys. From there, get that number. And then once you get that number, the last ones we'll have our quads, okay? And I forgot that we'll have our arms, so I'll go back up and get the arms real quick. For the quads, what I like to do is this hip bone, okay? You have hip bones to stick out. I like to put that tape measure right on that hip bone, and I like to come down 8 inches, all right? So 8 inches on my leg. If you have long legs or if you want something a little bit more in the middle of your quad, you can go ahead and go to the top of your kneecap with the tape measure, and then from there, which mine is 18 inches, it's telling me I would be at 9 inches to be halfway, okay? So either you can take the halfway point or you can take the 8-inch mark, okay? The reason why I take the 8-inch mark is because I know that my quads and my muscle definition inside my quads fill up right at about that 8 inches, and that's for most people too, okay? So I'm gonna say, for sake of my testing, my measurements, I'm gonna go at 8 inches. From there, I'll hold tight, making sure again to use that mirror, utilize that mirror. Then I'm gonna wrap this right around that 8-inch mark, and I'm gonna take that measurement. All right, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the opposite side. All right, and then for the arms, we're gonna do similar, a similar measurement. We're gonna go from the top of the shoulder blade, okay, where this little bony prominence sticks out. And then we're going to take this tape measure down to where it hits at our elbow, okay? So if I'm laying this down and it hits at my elbow, we're at 11 inches, okay? Or 28.5 centimeters. So what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to half that down to 14 centimeters, which is right here, okay? So from right there, I see I got a little mole there, so I'm going to put that right around there, okay? And then take it on around and grab that number, okay? So you can see it's about in the middle of my arm, okay? Not in the middle of my bicep, actually in the middle of my arm, okay? And so that's where we want to be on both sides, okay? So again, the app has a space for all of that. Go ahead and take your body measurements in there. If you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to share this with friends and family, because this is a really great way to stay on top of your progress and tracking it, and also making sure that you're having that intrinsic motivation to see that you're doing what you need to do, and results are coming in, even if the scale doesn't say so. All right, so peace and love, family. See you soon.